4 guards who worked for the U.S. military contracting firm formerly known as Blackwater have been given lengthy prison terms for killing civilians in Iraq back in 2007. The sentences were handed down a day before the Secretary of State John Kerry was due to meet the Iraqi Prime Minister for talks focusing on the fight against Islamic State terrorists. Guyane Chichikan picks up this story.
7 years after Blackwater contractors massacred Iraqi civilians in Baghdad's Nisour Square, a federal judge here in Washington announced their sentences. One of the men, Nicholas Sletton, was sentenced to life in prison. 3 of his former colleagues to 30-year terms. They killed 14 Iraqi civilians and wounded 17 others that afternoon in the crowded traffic circle in downtown Baghdad. All 4 were convicted in October for their involvement in the killings, but their sentences came very conveniently the day before the Iraqi Prime Minister's visit to Washington this Tuesday, where he's meeting with President Obama. That carnage in Baghdad's Nisour Square has, of course, caused an uproar among the Iraqis. It was arguably one of the reasons the Obama administration was unable to negotiate an agreement with Iraq that would allow the U.S. to keep some troops there. Washington wanted immunity for U.S. forces under Iraqi law. Now U.S. troops are back in Iraq, training and advising Iraqi forces in the fight against the Islamic State. Also, the U.S. is carrying out airstrikes in Iraq. And that is, of course, what President Obama and the Iraqi Prime Minister will be discussing this Tuesday.